When America built the first nuclear bomb, it thought it ruled the world. When the United States built the world's first nuclear bomb, it believed it had become untouchable, the ultimate global boss. But that confidence didn't last long. That single explosion kicked off the most dangerous arms race in human history. Today, 10 countries possess the knowledge to build nuclear weapons. Some helped each other. Some stole secrets. All of them relied on spies, deception, and secret deals. This is the story of how these nations competed to create the deadliest technology ever invented, and which countries came terrifyingly close to joining the nuclear club. It all started in Germany, 1938. The story begins in Germany, 1938, when scientists first discovered nuclear fission. They realized that splitting atoms could trigger a chain reaction, releasing massive amounts of energy. The scientific world was shaken. A year later, Albert Einstein warned the U.S. government that Nazi Germany could weaponize this new science. That warning launched the most expensive and secret scientific project ever attempted. The Manhattan Project. The U.S. started the Manhattan Project, teaming up with scientists from Britain and Canada. Nearly 1% of America's GDP was poured into a single goal: build the bomb first. Germany was racing too, but failing. In May 1945, Germany surrendered without ever completing a nuclear weapon. July 1945, the world changes forever. At the Potsdam Conference, President Harry Truman, Joseph Stalin, and Winston Churchill were deciding the post-war world. Mid-meeting, Truman received a secret message. The Trinity test in New Mexico had succeeded. America was now a nuclear power. Truman casually told Stalin. He expected shock. Stalin just nodded and said he hoped the U.S. would use it wisely against Japan. What Truman didn't know: Stalin already knew everything. Soviet spies had infiltrated the Manhattan Project. The nuclear arms race begins in August 1945. The U.S. dropped 2 atomic bombs on Japan, ending World War II. But the real fallout came afterward. The Soviet Union went full speed. They de-stolen massive amounts of data, but didn't fully trust it, afraid the U.S. fed them fake designs. So they verified everything using captured German scientists. In 1949, the Soviets detonated their first bomb in Kazakhstan. America's monopoly was over. The Cold War arms race had officially begun. Britain joins the club naturally. People assume Britain was next, and they were. The U.S. had promised to share nuclear tech under the Quebec Agreement, then completely backed out in 1946. Britain felt betrayed. They still had uranium scientists and experience. In 1952, the UK detonated its first nuclear bomb off Australia's coast, Operation Hurricane. Enter the hydrogen bomb. The bombs dropped on Japan were fission bombs. But scientists were now working on something far worse: thermonuclear weapons, aka hydrogen bombs. Instead of splitting atoms, these fused them, creating explosions hundreds of times stronger. Scientists like Oppenheimer begged leaders not to build them. They were ignored. 1952. U.S. tests first hydrogen bomb. 1955. Soviet Union follows. 1957. Britain follows. Humanity's destructive power had just multiplied by 1,000. France wants independence. France felt humiliated during the Suez Crisis and tired of being pushed around. President Charles de Gaulle believed nuclear weapons were essential to French sovereignty. Despite U.S. pressure, France pushed forward. In 1960, France detonated its first bomb in the Algerian Sahara. Message received: France didn't need American protection anymore. China's shockingly fast rise. China wanted protection from both the US and the USSR. The Soviets initially helped until relations collapsed. China was cut off and forced to figure it out alone during the Cultural Revolution. Yet in 1964, China tested its first atomic bomb. Just 2.5 years later, they tested a hydrogen bomb, the fastest leap in nuclear history. Israel. The silent power Israel has never officially admitted possessing nuclear weapons. In the 1950s, with French help, Israel secretly built facilities in the Negev desert. U.S. spy planes noticed. President John F. Kennedy demanded inspections. Israel stalled, built fake walls, hidden elevators, and underground labs. Kennedy was assassinated before he could stop them. By 1967, Israel likely had nuclear weapons. Confirmation came in 1986 when technician Mordecai Vanunu leaked photos. Israeli intelligence kidnapped him, drugged him, and imprisoned him for 18 years. But the truth was out. India enters the game. India felt trapped between China and Pakistan. In 1974, India conducted a peaceful nuclear explosion called Smiling Buddha. The world didn't buy it. Sanctions followed. In the 1990s, India openly weaponized its program and declared a no-first-use policy. South Africa, the only country that quit isolated under apartheid. South Africa built 6 nuclear bombs by the 1980s. Then the Cold War ended. Fearing who might inherit those weapons, South Africa did the unthinkable. They voluntarily dismantled every bomb, destroyed the blueprints, and melted the uranium. The only country ever to do so. Pakistan's determination after losing half the country in 1971. Pakistan's leaders vowed to build the bomb, no matter the cost. Scientist Aku Khan stole centrifuge designs from Europe and jump-started the program. China helped. The U.S. looked the other way due to the Soviet war in Afghanistan. In 1998, Pakistan tested 5 nuclear bombs. Unlike India, Pakistan does not follow no first use. North Korea's final entry. North Korea wanted one thing: regime survival. They signed treaties, broke them, and allegedly used designs bought from Pakistan. 2006. First test 2009 and 2013. Larger tests 2017. Hydrogen bomb. Today, they possess missiles that can theoretically reach the U.S., the world today. Nuclear weapons are still hidden across Europe. Russia has moved weapons into Belarus. Several countries came close but backed off. Japan remains a threshold state, capable of building nukes in months if it chooses. And the real power: it's underwater. Nuclear-armed submarines ensure retaliation even if a country is wiped off the map. This is mutually assured destruction, the terrifying logic that's kept the peace for 80 years. Final thought: this technology started in a German lab. Now its blueprints exist everywhere. The only thing stopping the next nuclear power isn't science. It's politics.